Bushnell, performance is the only thing. Savage Arms, better comes standard. Federal Premium Ammunition, surgical precision, terminal results.
Hi folks, thanks for joining us here at Bushnell's Trigger Effect. You know, Dean and I are super excited to share all our hunting adventures with you, and this week is no exception. You know, Dean and I also understand how blessed we are to be able to share these with you, whether we're hunting right here at home or around the world for some exotic species. Now, with that being said, we also have been very, very fortunate to check a lot of those species off of our bucket lists over the years. Now, this next one has been at the top of my bucket list for so long. That's right, Dean has partnered up with our good friend Kelly Reedman of Redman Trophy Big Game Hunts, and they've set me up to go after bull bison with bow equipment. I can't wait to get out there, so let's stop talking about it and let's head out and see how the adventure unfolds.
So Kelly, where did you say you saw the bison there last night?
Well, last night the herd was kind of filtering down through this back area here, and this morning Barry got sight of them back. They've moved a bit to the north, so we'll go up there and hopefully sneak in there without them knowing. But it's so quiet and calm today.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be tricky.
There's hardly any wind this morning. It's just a slight drift.
Yeah.
And it's kind of changing a bit. So hopefully we'll get eyes on this herd right away and maybe make a sneak on it.
Yeah. And if not, if we watch, they may move into an area that we can get.
Yeah, we can back off and just keep an eye on
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. We're just coming up the ridge. And the bison are on another ridge over, but they're right at the top.
Yeah.
It's gonna make approach kind of tough from up here.
The wind is right in our face now. Let's loop around to the right.
Yeah.
Let's loop around to the right and see if we can get out.
Get down in front of them.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Going down. Yeah. That's probably the lead cow. She may be leading the herd.
Yeah, she's kind of angling away from us there.
Okay, we can try to intercept her. I know a trail that they may be heading down.
Okay.
We'll carry on right past here if we can get by without them seeing us.
Okay.
And then we'll loop around in front. Try to flank them if we can.
Okay.
So, I thought maybe she might come down this draw here. But they haven't arrived here yet, so either one, they're not coming down, or they...
Yeah, it didn't look like, when I last saw her, it didn't look like she was in a big hurry. She was just kind of walking up over the crest of that hill. So,
Our wind has got a crosswind here now.
yeah.
That's the thing, they can move slow, and all of a sudden they just decide away they go.
Yeah, that makes move.
Yeah.
right to where the sun is on that ridge is 49 yards, 50 yards. That's a beautiful bowl. I mean, the sun is hitting them perfect. Just need them to come down through this draw. Okay, so they've moved out of our sight right now. There's a bit of a bench up there. What do you think we should do now, Kelly? Should we wait here for a while or see if they'll come down this draw, or do you think they're moving by? They may be moving over. There's a water hole over there. They may be moving to water. Okay. We can sneak up to this edge. We gotta watch for stragglers that'll pick us off at the back here. But then we can get through. There's a trail that takes us over. We can try to get to the water hole before them. Okay.
This segment is brought to you by Safari Club International Canada. First for hunters.
So what happened? We got up and we didn't beat them. We didn't get them flanked. They got ahead of us. So we're gonna try another loop, a bigger loop, and get out in front. And hopefully they'll come right into us. This has been one of my dreams, is to take a big buffalo, a big bison with archery equipment. I mean, we were very close there a few minutes ago. When we popped up over the ridge, they're moving, looks like to a watering hole. We were only about 30 yards from them, but they're already on the move, so we're doing a big flank. My heart's racing. I think I'm pretty steady. This is exciting. We'll slide down this bush line. We got kind of a crosswind going, so we should be okay that way. If they come out, we have to slide into the trees and just... Okay. And you say there's a water hole over here? There's a water hole there, which is maybe where they went. Okay. But if we can close that gap, if they come through the narrows here, we're within bow range, that might work out well. Okay. So, but our wind is good right here. Yeah, it is. So you think they got by us already? I think they may have, because we saw them just up on this ridge last time we saw them. Along here, so they just... And if they decide they're starting to run, they just... when they go. So, that's okay. The positive is the wind's in our face. Yeah. Sun's on our back. So we'll just move up over there and get a look, maybe see where they're at. We'll see if we can figure out where they're at. Do they generally like to hold up in a clearing, or do they like to stay in the thick cover? Nope, they like to get onto a flat and then they kind of eyes everywhere. Oh, okay. So I gotta have my ninja skills up. Yeah. Make like a piece of dirt. So what's the game plan, Kelly? Wind's in our face. It looks like they're gonna move down the line, but they're not moving fast, so I'm wondering if we should slide up along this tree line and just see if we can slide in for a shot. You never know. They might filter through these trees, or we might be able to find access through there and get in close enough to one of those holes. Okay. That's the thing. You don't know if they're gonna hold up or are they gonna keep moving. Okay. Hard to know. Yeah, it looks like they've kind of stopped for now. Yeah, so exactly. We can only see one, but she's not alone. She'll have friends. Oh, yeah.
busted out of the brush in front of us, kind of all bunched up on the top of the hill there. I think some of them cows saw us.
I think the lead cow did, yeah.
Yeah, so we just froze. My leg's all cramped up now. But they've just kind of meandered over the hill. Well, Chris, that was a pretty exciting day, wasn't it?
That was a ton of close encounters, and my heart was racing.
I mean, those bison are so big, and we got close to them several times. Just couldn't seal the deal. We kind of know where they're at, so we're gonna head back in the morning. We're back in camp now. We've only got maybe another 15 minutes of light, so we just left them alone, got out of there, and we're gonna make a game plan for the morning.
It's going to be hard to sleep, but
I
I'm
know.
excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
Taxidermy services provided by Hunters Union and Ray Wiens Taxidermy. And thanks to these other fine sponsors.
Well, it's kind of frosty this morning. It's got to stay bundled up. We just drove the buggy up to the top of the hill where we last saw the bison. We're just going to do a walk down into a couple valleys. Hopefully we can get eyes on them right away here and make a plan for the day. Looks like they decided they were going to move on a little bit. We could hear their hooves. I just checked. And they're not in that clearing anymore, so who knows what the game plan is now.
I got to tell you, Kent, it's so cool to be out here hunting these bison.
It really is. I mean, they were such an integral species for the indigenous people here of North America, and I think that'd be a great topic for Conservation Connection.
Absolutely.
So if we're hunting in Alberta or Saskatchewan, we're going to be in Treaty 6 or Treaty 7 territory primarily, and it's important to remember that the lives of the original people of this land revolved more or less around bison. Call them buffalo, call them Pascoimostos for the Nahiwek Cree people, Ini for the Blackfoot Niitsitapi people. Just know that bison were a central tenet of these people's need for shelter, food, clothing, a religion, a worldview. It was all bison.
Plains bison usually roamed in large numbers throughout the summer, but during the winter they would disperse into smaller groups and migrate southward for several hundred miles in search of food. This was not a set migration, and it was very unpredictable, which made it increasingly hard for the indigenous plains people to harvest buffalo during this migration. So the indigenous people of the plains had to follow the bison rather than sit and wait for them to pass by.
An estimated 30 to 50 million bison once ranged from northern Canada to northern Mexico, from the eastern forests all the way to the western Rocky Mountains.
Several techniques were used in the hunting of plains bison, all with the aim of driving the bison into corrals, canyons, pounds, or over cliffs and bluffs.
We also, in addition to the plains bison, have the woods bison, bison athabascae, which are found more in northern Alberta, Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories to some extent. These are going to be a little taller animal, longer leg, more hair on the head, kind of hanging down over the eyes. So that's where we're going to recognize that species.
The introduction of horses was an important element to plains bison hunting. Most cultures could shoot rapidly with bow and arrow from horseback, which made it a much less daunting task.
Eventually, the loss of habitat and the disruption of population ecology for the bison, as well as the introduction of more efficient firearms, coupled with the unregulated hunting for bison or buffalo hides, and pursuit of the species for sport, caused the precipitous population decline we know, and the loss of the bison basically entirely across Canada and down to as few as 1,000 animals scattered across the entire contiguous United States.
Although bison was the principal food source for the indigenous peoples of the plains, not all North American indigenous people used bison as their main food source. Some only supplemented their existing diets with bison, and that was usually when other game animals were not near as plentiful.
So finally, at Lethbridge College, our elders here note that education is the new buffalo, but personally, I'd really like to see the original buffalo restored to its status as that iconic species of the Great Plains and as a central character in this ecosystem that evolved alongside it.
I never believed it was going to be this difficult to get within bow range of what seems to be a big lumbering beast, but
Well, Kelly, another plan that didn't quite work the way we wanted.
Not quite. I don't know. They somehow know what's going on.
Yeah, they do. So I guess it's about lunchtime, is it?
Yeah, we'll head back to camp and have some lunch and then make a plan and
Regroup
try
for
our
this
day.
afternoon.
Yep.
Sounds good.
This segment is brought to you by King's Camo. See the difference. Now, back to Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
they're out in the open again, aren't they?
They're on top of a knob hill. The wind is coming from the kind of the north.
Yeah.
There's a draw this side of them. We can stay right in the bottom and sneak right below them. We'd be within bow shot of them, but we're in the bush.
Yeah.
And try to come around. Try it.
Okay.
As I have mentioned before, harvesting a bison with my archery tackle has literally been one of my top bucket list items since I started hunting. What I didn't realize is my opportunity was about to become a reality and potentially achieve a lifelong dream.
Got a cow 20 yards ahead of us. Holy smokes. I tell you what, these bison are tough to get up on. That was a heck of a stalk. Kelly knew exactly where we'd have come out on this draw. That bull was no more than 25 yards from us. He was quartering a little bit towards me, but I'm pretty sure I got along on him. Yes, that is a big bull. Yeah. That's some nice frothy red blood. So he's obviously gone this way. Well, the last couple hours have been pretty stressful for me. We've let that big bison settle down. We watched him, and the last place we saw him go in was these trees. Kelly just went ahead to check for blood. Hopefully we're going to find his blood trail or him laying down in the bush there. So it's been a hard couple hours to sit and wait because I think I could put a good shot on that bison. So we're just going to catch up to Kelly and hopefully he's on some blood and we can track this guy out. Right there. Buddy. You laid right out in the open.
I was thinking he's going into the biggest, deepest bush.
Yes, that is awesome. Take a look at this, Chris. Laid right out in the open. There we go.
Yeah.
Kelly,
He ain't moving.
thank you so
Good
much,
job.
man. Look at that ball.
Holy moly. I can't even lift the head up.
You know,
Unbelievable.
Red Man Trophy big game hunts. Kelly Reedman, I mean, thank you again. I know I've shook your hand
Thank
so
you.
many times. It's an unbelievable experience. You'll never, I can't explain it. It's, yeah, getting a little choked up here. That is unreal. unbelievable animal. Thank you, Kelly. This has been a fantastic, fantastic hunt.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Wow,
Well, that worked out well in the end.
it sure did. He is a monster.
Monster, yeah. And boy, did he make us walk.
He sure did. We worked for this guy.
Yeah.
There we go, we got him.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.